Hey guys, how's it going? We are back. We are live on YouTube Shorts, we are live on Twitch, and we are live on YouTube in Landscape. How is it going? Did we all survive the heat wave? I know it's still going on for parts of Europe, so yeah, hopefully you're staying cool. It does look like we've got another one in the UK in, I think next week sometime. So, yeah, how's it going? It's going well for me. Managed to survive the heat wave. I didn't do many streams during it. I think I did one, which I think was our last Satisfactory stream that we did. You're just about surviving. Yeah. It's still pretty warm, isn't it? It's 25 in my office, which compared to when I was streaming last and it hit like 30, 31 or something, I think that's pretty good. I do have the fan on still, so hopefully we can kind of yeah, we can. It won't get too warm, but I've said it now, haven't I? So yeah, just a reminder at the start of the stream, if you are watching on YouTube Shorts and you would prefer to see this in Landscape, there is a link in the description. It's the first link, and I would recommend viewing in Landscape because I would say it's much better. You get to see more of the game and things rather than more of my face. So yeah, also if you are watching on YouTube, you can like the stream. It will tell YouTube to push this out to more people. You can also interact with it, send hearts and reactions and things, and that also encourages YouTube to send it out. And yeah, on Twitch you can follow, and there are some redeems on there as well if you choose to use them. So there's something for everyone, and I think with that said, let's go straight into the game. There we go. So we're picking up where we left off last time, and today I'm hoping to make a load more stations and things. Last stream we completely redid our starting area, and we made that station there, which goes around and loads into this station here. And we also made this one for concrete, which goes over to our assembling factory over there. So today I'm hoping that we can, I'm just going to turn my microphone down a little bit, actually just maybe push it a bit further away. Here you go, that's a bit better. Yeah, so today I'm going to hope to have a copper factory here. Under this concrete right here, there is a copper node. It is impure, so it's not the best, but it's the one that we were using previously. Ooh, hey! Launched into the stratosphere because of the autosave. That was cool. Right now, we have all of our wire and cable and copper sheets here. But hopefully we'll have those being produced in this general area. I haven't really got a plan. I do know how many machines and things I'm going to be making, but I haven't got a full plan. You're just going to lurk for a bit now, but hope the stream goes well. That's absolutely fine. Lurk away, and yeah, enjoy your lurk. So we'll work on a copper factory here, which will then take all the copper products, those three, over to our assembling factory via our train network. And then over there is another copper node that we're going to need for our assembling factory. And we've got our Caterium just over there. In fact, there we go. You can see it there. And you can see that we've got a track already laid ready for that one, so we'll have to connect that up to a station. And all the way in the distance, all the way past the space elevator over there, we're going to have we've got our steel factory, and we're going to have a train going all along the beach for that. So yeah, taking damage straight away, that's a brilliant start. So yeah, we're going to try and get as much of that done today. It is going to be a very factory building day, so if anyone does have any questions or topics they do want to ask me, then just ask away until your heart's content. Okay, so let's get my image up. So we are going to be fully overclocking this node with a Mark II miner. And I've already put the foundations, so it should be able to line up nicely to the world grid. There we go. We'll need to get some power over here, which is going to be interesting because we did dismantle our power going up before. So I think what we're going to start with is we are going to actually put in the station, because that will bring power through the tracks. I think that's a good idea. So we're going to want 3 freight platforms. There we go. 1 for wire, 1 for cable, and 1 for copper sheets. Those 3 things over there. And let's rename this as Copper Rocky Desert. If I could spell, that would be helpful. Desert, yeah, desert is 2 S's, desert is 1. That's not confusing at all. Copper Rocky Desert. Yep, I think we'll know what that means. We're not going to set up a train yet because we don't have anything going into it. So yeah, but this is where we can take some power from. Which side is the power thing? It is that side. Now we probably can't get it nice underneath. Unless we did something weird and we had some clipping going on. Which I think for wire, clipping is going to be okay. Because if we did something like that, and then brought the power kind of like you're laying the cable through here, and we had the power come to somewhere like that, I think that's okay. I mean, it's my world, so I can do what I want with it, and then we have the power that can go into the factory and things. So maybe we bring that over to there. Now the wiring is visible, but that's okay. And we can connect it to there, and it can go through here to here, and then into there. I think that looks as neat as we can get it. And we are going to, let's sort our inventory. What is going on with that? There's a load of stuff, like why have we got screws and things in there? I don't know. We are going to want some power shards, and we're going to want to overclock this. Right now it's producing 60 per minute, and this should make it 150. Perfect. Then we need to get this over here. So, how do we do this? We can't really go around. We can't go under. So, maybe we just have a lift that goes up and over. Something I did do over here as well, by the way, guys, between streams, was I sorted all of this out. So I realized that we didn't have storage containers. So when the stations, which were facing that way, when the platforms which were facing that way, when a train came in, it didn't it stopped all the conveyor belts, which stopped the factory momentarily. And we're all about efficiency in this game, so we need these industrial storage containers to kind of take the materials to the factory. It's full at the moment, so there's nothing running. So when a train comes in, these conveyor belts stop, but these ones have a bit of a buffer, and I needed a way of getting this because I couldn't fit these industrial storage containers on this side. So I did something, and I like it a lot, but it took a lot of like trial and error to figure this out. We've got our belts coming into the factory here, which then go under, and I think at some point replace this with glass. I think that would be quite cool, so we can see everything heading under the tracks. And then it comes up these lifts, which go into here. But yeah, just thought I'd point that out. So I think we can do a kind of a lift over the top. I do want to know the size of a train so we know how high to get it. So let's put a train there. Oh, we placed it the wrong way. That was a moment of panic there. Saw the train coming this way and was like, no, we're going to have a train crash. So yeah. Now, is this going to be nice to us, I wonder? Let's go to our conveyor building one, which is number 4. And we need a Mark III. I think we can just take it straight out of here to maybe that height. Because it has to be a Mark III so that we don't have... because we're producing 150 and a Mark II lift could only do 120. Hi to Zeus Bonbon, I love the name, in the YouTube Shorts chat. Welcome on in. Now, is this going to be nice and let us line this up? I don't think that's going to be nice. So I think what we're going to do is this is probably about as close as we can get. Let's reverse that, and maybe I stand on the train to do this. Let's put that there. Is that the right height? It will be going slightly diagonal across, but I think that's okay. We want this to be a Mark III. Did we set this as Mark III? We did. Then we can see all the copper coming in. And the first thing we're going to need to do, we can dismantle this train now, is we're going to have a drink. It's always a good idea. We need this to go into 5 smelters so that we can smelt the copper ore into copper ingots. Now, where is going to be the best way to do this? Do we try and do it all on one floor? Because we do have space. We can kind of expand out this way a bit. That's obviously going into the hill there, so we probably don't want to be doing that. Maybe what we do is we work backwards. So we're going to want an industrial storage container going into each one of these. And we'll try and get that as close as possible, which is going to be there. Yep, one there and one there. Now I will connect these with Mark IVs, just for that reason that when trains come in, they don't, they stop the inputs and stop the outputs. So this allows for like having a buffer, which can then fill up the train station relatively quickly once it's once the train's gone again. So I don't think it really matters which one goes to which. So, but we are going to want storage as well. So maybe what we do is we put another one facing this way next to each one, and this is going to be where our local storage is, because we want to have we want it to fill up our local storage first and then go onto the train, so that we always have some in our dimensional depot here. So, yeah, let's get a splitter. I said a splitter. And we are going to need a smart splitter. We don't have any AI limiters here. So, have we got any AI limiters in there? Nope. What is this inventory? This is an absolute mess, but hey, we're rolling with it. So I need a crafting thing, a crafting bench, to make some AI limiters. And while it's doing this, I will just grab a quick drink. I think 10 should be enough for now. We can always make more later. Okay, so I look like Jeb. I get that a lot. Honestly, yeah, that is one of the most common things that is said on this channel. I don't take it as an insult or anything like that, because I think that's quite the compliment, really. Unfortunately, I am not Jeb, because if I was Jeb, I wouldn't be living in a rental flat in the UK, a rental house in the UK. I would probably be living in Sweden. Right, so, let's say that this one is for cables. Cables we are producing at a rate of 60. So we should be able to use a Mark 1 for there, and it's coming from this direction. So any, and then we want overflow to go in there, and let's put it into straight mode like that. So that's going to be our cable input, which is going to connect to 2 constructors. Let's give us a bit of space, so let's have a constructor there and a constructor there, and then we're going to want to merge into here with a Mark 1. Okay, and that's going to be cable. We'll sort power in a bit, and the cable. And then this one makes sense to be wire in my brain. So let's configure this and have any overflow go into the train station one. Maybe at this point we start dismantling what we've got going on over here and put those into our storage that's going to be there, because then we can have the dimensional depots filling up and things. So I'm going to sink a load of the stuff that we've got on us for now, because most things are infinite. I'm not going to sink everything that's in my inventory. That would be silly. So yeah, right. But things like rubber we're producing those, we're producing those. And screws can go into there as well. Makes our inventory a little bit nicer. We do have some mob drops as well here. So let's grab a crafting bench and let's just quickly craft those into hog protein and hatcher, and then all into alien DNA capsules like that. Waste not, want what not. So that goes in there, that goes in there, that goes in there. And I think that's a good inventory. We can also just put our power shards back in here. Okay. I don't think we'll get to building any of our assembling factory today, but once we do, everything's all just going to start kicking into action. Right, so can I take all of the wire? I can. So I can probably just dismantle all of this. And let's have this one as our wire. And let's put a dimensional depot on the top. Organization, dimensional depot. Hopefully there's enough space. Oh, I didn't think about this. Normally what I would do is I would do something like that, but that's clipping too much for my liking, so I think what we're going to actually have to do is move everything back just a little bit. So let's just dismantle all of the things that we just did. And dismantle that, dismantle. We probably actually didn't need to dismantle those two, we just needed to dismantle the other ones. So we can... But now that we've done it, we'll have to dismantle it even more. So, okay. Let's stand on top of here and line it up. There we go. And then we're going to need to have a bit of space. So let's go... I think that would be enough space. And can we line it up? How much was it? It was about there. So does this line up here? It does not. That lines up. And then we lined up there, and we're lined up that way. Perfect. So now we can replace our smart splitter. Why is that not lining up anymore nicely? Weird. Okay. So we will just dismantle all of this as well. Let's actually check that we can fit a Mark IV belt. We can. So we want a dimensional depot on the top of these ones. On the... Oh, we'll need to dismantle the dimensional depots over here so we have the materials. Dimensional depot, dimensional depot. Okay, and then we can connect them up with a lift like that. Lift there, and a lift there. And then we can put all of the wire that we've got in there. Let's grab a cable. Just about fit all of that in. cable's going to go into this one. And then copper sheets into the first one. Cool. Right, so now we need the smart splitters, which we can line up there. And one can go there. All of this can be Mark 1. We're not going to be producing that much because it is an impure node. And another one can go there. Okay. So now let's get our cable one in. We're going to want to have a merger there, I would say is good. And we're going to need 2 constructors again. And I'd say there is good for now. We will decorate this as well at some point, but that's not going to be right now. Okay, so then this is going to be... we're going to need wire coming in. So I'm going to put a splitter here, maybe just like that, and into each one of these is 60, so you can set that to cable. You can see it takes 60 in per minute. Hi to don't know how to say your name, but I'm just going to say Ting in the YouTube Shorts chat. Welcome on in. Okay, and we can now connect those together. So now we need wire production, and we're going to need 6 constructors. Is this a rock that we can get rid of? Or is this going to be a stubborn rock? Hey, it's not a stubborn rock. Brilliant. Hi to... again, I'm gonna butcher the name. Lakita, in the YouTube Shorts chat. Welcome on in. I wonder, can we expand out this way? We can. So, if we had a constructor here, then maybe we can fit everything along here. No, let's go out one. I like that lining up there. That's nice. How's this going to work? So we need it to merge and then split. So let's actually dismantle that and put it one further back. Or maybe half further back. That, and then let's just go there. Okay, so then we're going to need 6 constructors in a row here. So that's 2, 3, 4, counting with Clevprof. 5 and 6. We did it. We counted to 6. Good job, us. So then we're going to want a splitter splitting this, I believe. Can we line it up nicely? Yes, we can. And then we're going to want... nope, let's not grab a constructor. Let's grab a merger. And we have... merger there. It's weird. This is very much like a starter factory. But we've got the space to play with, which we didn't have the luxury of with our concrete one. And I guess if we need to, we just add more floors and things to this area. So, we are going to be producing 180 wire per minute, which means Mark 3 is what we're going to need there. And between all of these, $60 is going to be going this way, and 120 is going to be going that way. How much does wire produce? 30. So if we want it to be nice, we have these two just producing into there, and the other 4 producing into there. Which means we wouldn't need the splitter, and let's just get rid of those. So if we had a merger, maybe one here and one there. And if we're producing 60, we can cap it because of the belt. So that can go that way. And then we have another merger here that merges these 4 into with Mark. I guess that could actually be Mark 2 belt, right? That's only going to be 120. Mark 1's between here. And then a Mark 2 belt kind of coming out like that and in like that. Do I like that? I think I'd like it more if these two were lined up. Which I know is, like, it really doesn't matter. But it matters to me, so... Probably destroyed these mergers like 3 times now. Just to put it back in the same place. There you go. And one there. Mark 1, Mark 1, Mark 1. Have another drink. Make sure you guys stay hydrated too. Okay. That's all good there. And then we're gonna need to have 3. Let's connect these powers up. So let's connect that to that one to that one, that one to... I'm loving this daisy chaining feature. Can I bring another off there? I can't. Okay. So... It's got 2 connections. That's useful to know. Because we might still need some power poles, just where we need to, like, split the connection in different directions. So... Actually, I might have just had an idea. I don't think that's going to work. Or maybe it could. If we got our power from over here, which has multiple connections, and brought it kind of over to here, and then brought it alongside and powered into there, that would work. And then if we powered between this and this, these all have power. We'll need to set all of these recipes. So let's do that. And hopefully all of these should be set to wire now. Yep. So then what we could do is if we had a constructor heading maybe something like that, because we now need these to be on copper sheet. One there, one there. It's weird building a factory backwards. You definitely couldn't do this if you didn't have a plan. So now if we get a load of splitters and we line the splitter up coming from this way and then coming from this way, this is going to be for all of the what's it called, copper ingots. How many do these need? 15, so that can be a Mark 1 belt. There we go. Connect all. Oi! That's not what we wanted. And then we bring it going this way. We've kind of made one big manifold, which I know is a technical term, but there's two ways of splitting an input, because we're going to have 150 ingots per minute coming in. We could split it with like a load balancer, so it just constantly kind of like a tree. It kind of just like the tree diagram, it just kind of trickles down. Or you can split it with a manifold where you bring the input in from here. What's this going to be? We're going to need 150, so that's going to be a Mark 3. And it just, every time it gets to a splitter, it just splits it in half. So if we've got our input coming in from here, which is 150, technically 75 will go down there, 75 will go down there. Not in actuality, because this belt limits it to 60. So that means 150 comes in, 60 goes that way, 90 goes that way. Which you might think, uh-oh, Clevprof, you've made a mistake. But this machine only uses 20 per minute, which means eventually it's going to back up and it's only going to allow 20 per minute in, which means 20 goes there, 130 goes there, 20 goes there, 110 goes there, 20 goes there, which means we're left with 90, and 15 goes there, which means 75 goes here, 15 goes there, 60 goes here, 15 goes there, 45, 15, 30, 15, 15. So all of the numbers do work, which is good. Right, so now what I want to do is I want to connect this up going this way. Yep, there's no power, that's understandable. And now we need 5 smelters, which I wonder if we can fit in this line here. I think I actually have a blueprint of smelters. 6 smelters. So we can do it like that and just get rid of the last one. And if we connect that one into there and then go down the line, we could connect it where's going to be the best way to connect this? Just there. We can probably get rid of some of this. Oh, and one of my lights has turned off. That's weird. Okay. I will be right back, guys. Just a moment. Something's after me. Something's after me. Is it the bees? Yes, it's the bees. Okay. Swipe, swipe, swipe. What is this? Tinder? Swipe, 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 swipes. Yeah. Ow. And just like Tinder, you can also get hurt. Have they got the teddies?
Would you like to go without getting a perfect game?
No.
No?
Why haven't we got the perfect game? They
playing with the rabbit.
they could pill up and then get some photos. There's a new teddy. Well, we've got to save the teddies, so I'll go. It's not a bone, is it? Don't think so. So now I've got to take this one back out and get another teddy. That's just the rules of it, chat. Rescue the teddies. Right, you can. No. That teddy is creepy. Oh no! You can go there. That's good enough.
Are you helping me?
As I went back live, it turned off, so we're gonna have to cope with some weird lighting for a bit, but I will try and get that sorted when we next take a break. Got so much factory building to do. So, right. We now need some splitters along here. And I've just realised that all of this is facing the wrong way. That's perfect, isn't it? Might just be easier just to build some smelters where we want them and make sure that they're facing the right way. So yeah, let's just go one there, 3, 4, 5, and connect, and that goes down to here. I guess instead of that weird like power crossing thing, we could in theory have one there. Aha, we're going to need to dismantle this anyway, so let's have the power go around the corner, and then let's just have the power go there, have it line up nicely there, have it go here, and this one connects up to that one has power, and then this one connects up into there. A little bit of clipping with the wire there, but that's fine. Okay. let's grab a splitter coming from this direction. And ooh, do we reckon we can turn that? Probably best to bring that one in coming from here. This is 150, so we are going to need a Mark III belt. Might be easier to just do this. Go 1 and then Mark III. That connects there. And then each one we'll need to set the recipe for. Pasting and pasting. And each one of these brings 30 in, so we can use Mark 1s there. And we're starting to produce copper ingots. So then all we need to do is merge the copper ingots to here. So we're definitely going to want this one to go down that way. That one there. That one there. That one can face that way, and then this one can face there. How's the volume, guys? Is that a bit too loud, or is that good? We can bring all of these out, and then connect Mark III here, Mark III, Mark III. So then that's going to bring everything here. And what we want to do is power these. So power across into there. There we go. So these are going to be producing sheets, which just need to merge up this way. Like so. What rate are these producing? 10 per minute. That's a Mark 1 easy. The whole thing can be a Mark 1 actually. And that can just go into there. Is this configured so that overflow goes there? This needs to be configured so that overflow goes there. And this actually needs to be connected up and configured so that overflow goes there. Now it will be a little bit until we see any see it all kind of working and things. I mean, everything's working now apart from, well, some of these, because the manifold hasn't reached down. That is the disadvantage of a manifold, is that it does take quite a while to kind of fill up. But we can see that this is increasing faster than it's decreasing, so eventually that conveyor will get built backed up. But the same thing's got to happen here. So it does take quite a while for a manifold to get working, and it will be even longer before we see stuff coming into the trains, because yeah, it's got to fill up all of this, fill up this conveyor, and then go into there. So that is a disadvantage to the way that I'm doing it, but like while this is working we can go set some stuff up. Because what we're going to need to do is get our train station ready at the other end, and also our quick-wire train station. So yeah, I'm gonna have a quick drink. Make sure you guys are hydrating as well. Okay, so we are going to grab a train. And while all of this is filling up, we are going to head on over to our quick-wire area, which I have added a train track to. Oh, how does this look? Oh, yeah, that looks cool going under. I like that. I'm annoyed about that light just stopping working. I don't know why that's done that. Okay, this is gonna... We're going on most of the track that we've already built, so that's good. This is gonna head over to here, and then our Caterium factory is just up there. We should be able to go straight away. Yep. Oh, it's so cool seeing so many different trains and things using the tracks. I love it so much. And then when we get past this junction, I'm going to turn off self-driving. I'm going to brake a bit so it tells the thing that I'm in control. And we're actually going to be going left here. I said we're going to be going left. There we go. So I built this junction today, and it leads up here to where we're going to be putting a station for Quickwire. We can just brake here. There we go. Just dismantle that. So this one should be relatively easy because we've already got our Quickwire production going on up here. We did this months ago. Genuinely can't quite remember, but what rate of Quickwire are we producing? I don't think it matters. 60 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 30, so that's 60 times 7, 420 plus 30, so that's 450 Quickwire a minute, which is going to be far more than we're going to need. But yeah, let's build a train station down here. You can see I spend a lot of time behind the scenes planning all of this so that we can be as efficient on stream as possible. I now need to get a note up that has train station. That one. And we're looking. So that one's going to be there. I did something slightly different to my plan, so I'm just updating my plan. I've got a big note that's got a spreadsheet on it of what slot of each train each item is going into. And Quickwire is going into the 4th slot. So we have an empty platform, empty platform, empty platform, and then we have a freight platform right there. And let's just expand this out a bit, maybe just like so. And then we're going to need a industrial storage to be going into this. Make it as close as we can. And then it is raining. I wish it was raining right now in real life, because I would just stand outside. You know how I said it's not going to get too warm in my office? It's currently 27 in my office. which is, yeah, a bit insane. Right, so now all we need to do is bring the quick wire, split it off, and bring it down to there. So let's just expand this. And let's just expand that. This is a bit sunken down, but that's okay. And then we can kind of maybe have a lift here. So if I get a splitter, smart splitter, and put it like so, then grab this going into there, that would be any, and then any overflow would go this way. Do we do it just as a floor hole? I think we could. So have that go into there, then have it, oh yeah, no, we can't do it as a floor hole because we've got a big rock there. That rock is in the way. Very rude rock. So what we're going to have to do is bring it up like so, and then that's going to connect into there. Perfect. And then this is just going to connect into that one. So this is going to fill up this train station. It's going to do it a lot quicker than the copper because, yeah, 450 a minute is, yeah, this is a lot of quick wire. This looks so cool. And I think, actually, guys, that is a good place to take our midway break. So if you don't know, I do take a break about once an hour. When I'm streaming, this is a chance for me to cool down, a chance for me to grab a drink, stretch my legs, have a stretch myself, change my posture, all that good stuff, fix my light, and I do run clips during this. It's clips from all of my previous streams, dating back 2, maybe 3 years, so yeah, you'll see me looking a bit younger than I do now. And yeah, you can enjoy these clips. This is a perfect time. If you are watching the stream on YouTube, make sure you like the stream. If you really enjoy the stream, you can subscribe as well. If you want to see more content from me, you can also just react to the stream, tell YouTube that this is a stream that people want to watch. You can give it hearts and things like that. On Twitch, you can follow. That lets Twitch know to kind of push it a bit further, I think, depending on the number of followers. I'm not entirely sure how it all works, but yeah, you're not going to miss any content during this time. So if you need to go take a break for whatever reason, now is also a good time. So yeah, let's run the clips and I will see you in about 5 minutes, guys. Oh, that's one way of getting it back. Oh. You're at world spawn. No. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just pick up all your stuff. Oh, that's ended right there. And we can put that there. This can just go over the top of that. Oh, that is nice. That is satisfying. Look at that little gap below the terrain. Oh, isn't it nice when you make something that's actually satisfying in a game called Satisfactory, guys? Villagers are an absolute nightmare. No, what's my keyboard doing? No. Escape. What? Guys? My keyboard's not responding. One moment. Connection lost. Brilliant. This is what I get for having a wireless keyboard. And then head up again. Oh, I love this. This is so...
elevation program. I am Elevator, which is like Ada, but less advanced. We are not currently taking any feedback.
There's an elevator version of Ada? That is so cool. I wasn't really paying attention to what it said. They're not taking any feedback. But there's an elevator Ada. That is amazing. I love that so much. Sugarcane. Sugarcane. Where are you, sugarcane? Let's sing the sugarcane song. Sugarcane. Sugarcane. Where are you, sugarcane? Please don't be a pain. What do you think of my sugarcane song, guys? I think it's very good. Sugarcane song didn't really help us find any more sugarcane, though. I'll get a bit of mycelia as well. Chop you down. Hello, chop you down. Oh, hello. Looks like we might be entering into combat again. Right, let's be a bit more prepared this time. Charge! You have no idea what's hit you. It's a Clevprof. Haha. We did it, and there's a blue slug. That's what you were guarding. Eee. Spider. A few spiders. Oh, go away. I hate phantoms. Oh gosh, I'm low, I'm low. Go away! Just let me fight spiders. Oh, go away, go away! I need to run, heal, and oh gosh, oh gosh. Underwater. They can't get me underwater. What the? Why are you underwater? Ah. Go away, you swimming phantoms. How are you getting under the water? Oh, I guess I'll just... Yep, finish the job, go on. There's no way I'm getting out of this. I mean, I can try. There we go. Run away. I still don't like phantoms. Yeah. I think they're stupid in Minecraft. Okay. So this is filling up now. And it just stopped raining. Cool. So now what we need to do is let's ride a train there. We need to sort that out. So we've already done 2 new stations today. And we're about to go do our 3rd. So let's go to assembling input 2 and off we go. Did you have a good break, guys? Don't actually know how long that was. So back down this track, we're going to be waiting for that concrete train. So we might be waiting a little bit, so we can actually just dismantle because this is our destination. There you go. We can just dismantle that train. And over here, we are going to have our kind of wiring, copper and wiring input. So we are going to want to have a train station here, like so. And then we're going to want to have a freight platform and another one. So that's our copper sorted, and we're actually missing the wire. Oh no! So in order to build our copper platform, we need to get some more wire. So I'm actually gonna wait for this train. There we go. And I'm going to head to Copper Rocky Desert, and we're going to pick up some copper, because our dimensional depot is quite slow. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of errors going on there because of the signaling and things, so we'll have to fix that when we come back. Yeah, we're not actually going to be able to come all the way back because there's going to be a train traffic jam. At least we're now producing wire and things, so that's good. I'll go back to our copper factory. Oh no, we have to ride the trains. Whatever are we going to do? We're going to go through a magical penguin dinosaur. That's what we're going to do. I think it was the fact that Satisfactory had trains that sold it for me. Like, I was like, okay, looks quite cool. And then once I saw trains, it was like, oh my gosh, I need to get this game. It's so cool. So we should head up, yeah. So all starting to produce. We can start to see a lot more green lights. Just hop off and... we need to connect these back up. Good thing that we actually came back then. So let's connect those. Like so. And that one's still connected. I don't think there's going to be anything in the platforms yet. But we are starting to see it all kind of come together, which is good. So we're going to want some wire, which should be in here. Yeah, this is going to take a while to fill up. But it's always good to have a backlog in the dimensional depot. We probably don't quite need that much backup, but what I like to do is, like, so now where I know I'll be using a lot of wire, I just grab like a few stacks and things. And there might be an instance where it's like, oh, I'm going to need... In fact, this might be that instance where we need even more wire. And once it does fill up, it will be fine. So let's just get like 6 stacks of wire. And can we get to our assembling iron input? Okay. Let's see how this goes, see how far we can get. I am expecting a train traffic jam, so yeah, that's going to be fun. Because I think our signalling system isn't working, because I don't think you can have a station within a path. I don't think Satisfactory likes that. So yeah, we'll probably get as close as we can, and then we'll join the traffic jam, and we'll have to obviously sort out the traffic jam. But yeah, trains are definitely my new form of like transport. Like, I did used to kind of like hyper cannon or zip wire down the power lines and things, but yeah, I don't need to do that now. Yep, there is our train traffic jam. So yeah, starting to break here. It's a good thing we don't have too many trains at this stage, but it is something to watch out for in the future. It's like, when we're building a new station... Oh, no, you don't. You're down there. You're fine. So let's go past our concrete one, and then past our iron one. And I think all we'll need to do to solve this so that these trains continue running is just put another entrance to the path. Because if I middle click, you can see these colours are all the blocks that I explained in the last stream. But this purple one here is like a very complicated junction. So, but at the moment, it's got a station in it. So if we put one here, that should allow the trainers to move. Yes, cool. So this one has copper sheets, wire, cable, and then it's going to be quick wire. And we're actually going, and then let's rename this to our assembling copper / wiring input. Because like it doesn't make sense to build a whole one of these, a whole extra row for quick wire when it only needs this station right here. So with a bit of like planning, like on the quick wire bit over there, you could you can see that we kind of added a gap between the station and the platform. That's so our copper train can go from there, go pick it up, and then come into here. But also, something interesting is that this is actually going to be the line in which our steel comes in. So, gonna want to put a train station there, and then have a freight platform there, and a freight platform there, because this little bit here is going to be where our steel comes in. And tell me that that isn't nice and satisfactory, right? Okay, so we want to be putting this on this side here. Like, believe it or not, guys, I did not plan it to be like that. And my face when I realized that that was going to be possible hit the floor, because like it just wasn't planned, and it just works so well. So this is going to be our steel, assembling steel input. We're getting a bit ahead of ourselves here, but we need that there anyway. So we're now on 4 new stations today. And now what we can do is we can set up this train, which is going to be our very first multi-stop train. So let's go. We need that, and then we need 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we need to configure this. So I'm going to call this our copper / wiring train. Okay, and the first stop is going to be Copper Rocky Desert, where it's going to be loading wire, cable, and copper sheets. Save. Then it's going to be going to... Oh, did we not rename our quickwire factory? Nope, we didn't. So it's going to be going to there, which we will rename in a moment. And it's going to be loading quickwire. and then it's going to be going to here, where it's going to unload copper sheet, wire, cable, and quick wire, and save those changes. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to our quick wire station just on foot. Yeah, I'll need to come back here anyway, and because it is just up here. I could probably just place another train, it's fine. I just didn't want to mess up all the signalling things going on there. So then we're going to go to Part Dieu, which I am almost certainly butchering. And we're just going to rename it to probably Quick Wire. I think that's the only thing that Caterium is good for. And if there is others, then maybe we just need to make another Caterium factory kind of thing. I think all of the station names are for, is it Netherlands? Like actual train stations in the Netherlands? I can't remember which European country Satisfactory is from. And I've probably offended a load of people there, so apologies for that. Right, so, quick wire. Okay, and then we'll just head back, because it's literally just over here. Gonna have a quick drink while we're flying. And I'm gonna knock my tooth. That wasn't good. Oh. Okay, so we need to set all of these stations to unload. We've made that mistake before. And unload. 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 Ouchie. Yep, it was. Just knocked my tooth on a metal straw. Okay, so if we now turn this on, it should be that this is our first multi-stopped train. Let's see how it goes. So we are going to go to the Copper Rocky Desert first. It's probably not going to have anything to load there, is it? Ah, oh, that's annoying. But it will load stuff eventually. Let's just check that the pathing all works and check that it all goes where we want it to and things. Passing our concrete train. Give it a little toot. Arms of Gold playing while we're riding a train. It knows about the quick-wire, guys. My music knows, my playlist knows what, that we're going to be going to the Caterium that is kind of like gold. It should really be Trains of Gold. Okay, this heads up here. Under there, that's cool. Little wiggle. And then it should stop. And I don't think there's going to be anything to load, but it might surprise us. There will eventually be something to load. Nope, nothing to load yet. So we just have to wait here for 15 seconds. This is what we get for building by an impure node. But hey, one of my challenges is I want to be able to use every node on the map, so yeah, we'll need to have little factories like this, just constantly producing little bits of copper. And now we should be heading to the quick-wire station. And there'll definitely be quick-wire to load, so... Give it a little toot, passing the concrete one. Oh, and we're having to wait for our iron train. That's cool. Hi, Penguin Dinosaur. You also waiting for the iron train? Okay, wait for the iron train to go past. Okay. And then this one's following. And we'll head straight on at this junction. But we should turn left just before we get to the assembling factory. Should be turning left here. Yes, cool. And then it should load the quick wire. And this is going to be a prime example of what I was talking about, why we have the industrial buffer. So this is going to stop, and then at the moment we can see all at the top of the screen there, you can see everything still moving in. But if you look between the storage and the station, nothing is moving. So everything's only filling up the industrial buffer now. And then once we've gone, it will start filling up the station again. So there we go, and we can see that it's moving between the industrial buffer and the station. So now this should go straight down and turn left, and then at least unload the quick wire. Cool. It's a good thing there are no highway robbers in Satisfactory. What do you mean by that? Oh, with Caterium being gold, is that what you're referring to? Okay, so this should unload the quick wire at least. Still looks cool, even though it's just unloading one thing. Okay, have a bit more of a drink. Okay. And then it's on its way. So eventually we will see some copper stuff come in here. They might hijack the train. Yes, they might. Or is that highway robbers or is that railway robbers? Like, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add the industrial storage containers onto all of the stations that we've got going on here. Okay, that as close as it could be. Yep. Just so when things start coming in, we do have another backlog. Maybe that's why there's so many penguin dinos on the track. Maybe the penguin dinosaurs are actually robbers, and they just want to steal all of the contents of your trains. That is quite possible. It'd be like the penguins from Madagascar. Okay, and then we can connect all of this up. There we go. quickfire is going through. Oh, let's do that one as well. Okay, so what's going to be next? Let me get my note up. Switching between two notes a lot of the time when we're doing trains. Okay, so we are going to need more copper than what we've got coming from our impure node. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to have another train that's delivering copper. And they're both going to come into here. So let me place a train. Got one coming in. So I'm just going to place a train here. And we're going to manually drive it, which hopefully we don't mess up any of the signaling or do we crash into any trains. Hopefully my signaling should be able to cope with this. So let's go this way. And then we're going to head to where I've got this little T-junction going on. And I'm going to start braking here. Otherwise we're going to go off the edge. And let's just get rid of that train. Okay. So here we have a copper node. And so that one up there, we needed to feed into our dimensional depots and things, but also to feed into our assembling factory. Because we've got like dimensional depots already sorted, this one is purely just going to be sending everything into our assembling factory. So, well, let's get rid of you first of all. Mouse sensitivity. There we go. So we're going to need to have... This is an area that I haven't really planned very much. I know what we're going to need factory-wise, but I've no idea how it's going to work, where the station's going to go. I do know that the station is going to be on that level, so we'll have to see where we do it. But this is going to be a lot of concreting. So let's get some copper ore, clear this copper ore first of all. And this is this is a normal node. So we're essentially able to do double of what we did over there. Although we won't need to do quite that. And it will be slightly different ratios. So... let's get this. We want it to be 4. And let's snap it to here. Okay, so we're going to need... this is probably going to be a multi-layered factory, would be my guess. So let's start with what we always start with, which is the miner. So that's going to go there. We'll need the station to provide power to here, because I don't want to run a big long power line. Maybe what we do is we kind of have our station off to one side and then have like the factory bit here. So if we were to just zoop this along, we'll have one coming in here, which maybe this one turns after this landmass. Maybe it kind of turns like that, and then it turns again. So we're kind of replicating what we've got going on at the iron factory over there, and then heads down here. Now for this we are going to need just cable and copper sheets. So how many stations are we going to need for that? The space for 3. Okay. So if we had the train station here, ready to go straight out, it would be that wide, like that. So let's get our train station one and rotate it. Yep. Okay, so then we're going to need to have a freight platform facing in that direction there, an empty platform, and let's just fill this in. Just a warning as well for anyone that is photosensitive, that the building of, when I'm doing a lot of concrete stuff, it can be quite flashy on the screen. So if you suffer from photosensitivity, then please do bear that in mind. Right. So this, we probably want this to be going one more, like that. There's a slug over there. Let's grab the slug. Hey, nice and easy slug. We'll make this not floating at some point. So, there's a penguin dinosaur in this bit as well. Really? Why? You're going to be right where I want to build track. Go on. Off you go. Then I can build the track here. I can probably get it down to... This isn't going to work quite as I expected. He wants my Caterium. It's my Caterium. I mean, this is copper. You'll buy the copper. If you want the Caterium, go all the way over there. I've got so much Caterium, I'm producing it at 450 a minute. So I'm not really fussed. Go get the Caterium. So because this is only a 2, I need to add a bit of a buffer. So I need to start it about here, I think. Foundations, ramp, all will become apparent as to why in a moment. Okay, and then we can just fill that in there. Bit of concrete placing and things here. And we just need to colour that in. Why is it not moving? Excuse me. Could you possibly move out of the way. I'll start to get the other track going. Okay, so... that goes to there. And then this bit go... because you have to be like a foundation and a half in length. Like that's the minimum length you can do. So we needed to add a foundation here so that this one could be a foundation and a half. And this one could also be a foundation and a half. See, right when we get there, it turns yellow, and that means we can place it. So because it's only going down 2, we needed to make sure that the 1.5, 1.5 was that way. There we go. And then half and to 1, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4.5. So then we can connect that up to there. We'll wait for the penguin dinosaur, who seems to be on his own time scale. Any time today would be good, Mr. Penguin Dinosaur, or Mix Penguin Dinosaur, because we don't want to be assuming the penguin dinosaur's gender. Then this goes up to here. And this, okay. Well, that's slightly annoying. But we can do it like that, that's fine. And we need to just a little bit here. A little bit there. And let's rename this to Copper Coast, Copper East Coast. Okay. So we're going to be bringing in copper sheets to here and cable to here. Right. Okay. So... That has worked out quite nicely that that's in the middle. But I'm thinking we dismantle it. I said we dismantle it, there we go. And we have it facing away from us. Like that. And then if we get rid of some of the foliage on this island. Just like so. Who needs the foliage when you have explosives? Yeah. Is this gonna be a problem? It shouldn't be. Okay, so maybe we have it all. We have them all smelting down here. And then, what are we doing here? Okay guys, I need you to remember that this one right here is copper sheet and this one is cable. Okay, do you think you can remember that, chat? Because I need to get my other note up, which has the rates on it. I think I am just going to take a quick bio break here, chat. I will be back in just a few moments. Oh, now we get you. Hello. Oh my god, you're going to hurt. Okay, let's do it. Let's have a fight in the open then. Come on. You might want to move, birdie. This isn't going to be pretty. Okay, let's go for the daddy one. Oh, look at my skill. I'm not scared of you. My super skills. It would help if I could actually hit them, though. They whack a punch. Okay. Sorry for killing your kid. Please don't be mad. Please don't. Oh, you're mad. Oh, you're mad. Run away. Oh, you're running in front of me. Okay, I guess we're doing this. Okay, I need to heal. I need to heal right now. Oh, there's more spitters. Oh my god, what the heck? I am in danger here. There we go. Right, so we can probably get. This is actually our 5th station of the day, so we're doing well. We've got a lot more stations than we did have, and let's start by getting some power going, because I think if we're building it from this way, it will make a bit more sense. So let's have some power going underneath to maybe about there. How does that look on top? Yep, that looks fine. Okay, and then power coming maybe to just about there. Okay, and we're gonna need to put a slug in there, and we need power shards because we can amp this up to 300 per minute. So then that's going to go into 10 smelters. So we can do something a bit like that for now. And let's get some smelters going. And add 10. Okay. Where do we want it? Can we get it nicely lined up? Nope, it never lines up to the world grid. So let's have it start there and go along in both directions too. Oh, we don't need to count. We've got the thing on the side. There we go. Three more. So maybe we go 2 more this side. And 1 more this side. Ooh, are you going to fit nicely? Ah, you're not. Okay. Okay, like that. And we can just add some foundations below. that. Add this all the way around, make it look like a proper factory. Hello. Okay, so then if we can... I love this daisy chaining feature. Then we'll add some splitters in here. And first let's just set the recipes. Copy. Paste. 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 Okay. Let's add... Yeah. Sorry, that was a bit flashy, guys. That's why I try to do all my like foundation work not on stream. Ooh, that's actually quite close. Okay, can we? How close can we do it? Well, no. Okay, because I don't want to undo what I just did. Let's have it go like that. I can probably just fill that. Yep. Okay. Let's have it go along here to the end. I think that's going to be nicer. Ah, yeah, I just got rid of their power connection. There we go. So let's have a splitter, which, believe it or not, is for splitting things. And manifold it going down along here. And what rate is this? This is going to be coming in at 300, so that is going to be a Mark IV belt. So let's just Mark IV all the way along here. Yeah, okay, that's better. And then we can Mark 1 between each of these, I believe. Yep, as it only needs 30 per minute. Ah, that was good. So then we can merge all of this and split it off in different directions. I'm just wondering whether we split it at this point. So if they're producing 30 per minute, we need 114 going to our copper sheets. So 114 divided by 30 would be the first 3 and a bit of that one. So which way round was it, guys? Which one is copper sheets and which one is cable? I think, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, I think this one was copper sheets, that one was cable. So, yeah, let's merge it right here. One, two, three. You think though? Yep, cool. Well, we'll soon find out if we're wrong, chat. And then a splitter, because it's 3.8. 114, so we can actually get away with that being a Mark II belt between here and there. And then it's a Mark I belt between all of these. And then we have cable going this way, which would be 186. And merger like so. There we go, keep going. $186, so we can get away with a Mark III there. And a Mark 1. Okay, so that's our kind of smelting level. Now what would be really nice, I'm actually just going to bring this along to here as the power. And I'm going to get rid of that one and just connect it into here. Just make it a bit nicer. So what would be good now is if this lines up. So, what, are we going to see the smoke? We're gonna, or you might see the smoke. But I think that's going to work. Did the wrong concrete. I only like to do that concrete when it's for the trains. Couldn't think of my word then. And I am now out of water. Well, I say water, it was Tango, I think. Okay. You've been playing for 2 hours. I have indeed. So I'm going to just dismantle this. And I'm going to bring this down to here. And then it across to there. And then, can I get under this? I can. That up into there. Yep, that's much neater. And if we can bring this out here and kind of just fill this area in, we can also then bring it like that. So we've kind of got like a split layer going on here, which some people would absolutely love in architectural terms. Does it stop the smoke? It does stop the smoke. Cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like it. Is that a lizard doggo? No, it's a plant. So now we will have one coming up here. Let's go to number 4. Let's go underneath so we can check that it all lines up nicely. So we'll have this one going up to there. And let's go out along this bit a bit more. I do apologise about the concrete. This is going to be a Mark 3. And Mark 2 this side. And a Mark 3 here. So now we've got them going up to the next level. And the question is, can we fit the factories in this area? Ooh, could we... Oh, that's close. Is that... What's that clipping with? I think we could actually do it like that. And then like that. It just looks so funny. Let's get rid of that one. Okay, so what we're going to need is we're going to need the industrial storage container here. Let's put this in because we know that that's definitely going to be there. And line it up. Okay. I'll just connect these while we remember. So now we need to fit 6 constructors for copper sheets. Okay. And here we'll need 13. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. I don't think we can fit everything in like that. Everything just how it is. We are out of concrete. So I think we will need a bit more concrete. So the next time that we're going to our assembling factory or up there, we'll pick up some concrete. But for now, I think it's okay. Where do our constructors go? Let's start with the 6. Can we fit 6 constructors along here? If we went out a little bit more... Production constructor, right. Okay, so if we went... They're about a foundation big. If we went 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. One more foundation out. Ooh, a bit of lag there. Sorry about that. Getting quite a bit of lag. Okay, so if I wonder if I put a splitter here, and then when Mark 2, that will connect up there, and then can I fit? I can. So I can have a manifold that starts in the middle. So it only has to go each way 3, like a maximum of 3 foundations. Mark 2, so connect that up there, connect that up there. That belt is going to trip me out at some point. Ah, I wonder why I was lagging, was because my keyboard has died. So let's sort that. Hello. There we go. Oh, and we've run out of fuel. There we go. So this is going to be for copper sheet. So that, yeah, that can be Mark 1. And if we can connect this, we can start the other end, I think. It's going to be under here, I think. So maybe somewhere about there, and then we can daisy chain down this lane. And copper sheet, copy, and paste. And I think once we've done this, we are going to take our hourly break. So again, if you are new here, I do take a break about once an hour. This is a chance for me to refill my drink, have a stretch, rest my eyes, all that good stuff. So yeah, this is the perfect opportunity, if you haven't already, to like the stream and react and let other people know that they should be watching this, let YouTube know. If you really like it, you can subscribe and follow. And yeah, enjoy this clip break. I will be back shortly. So cool. I want one of these at my birthday. My birthday isn't for months, it's like 6 months away, but I really, really want one of these at my birthday. That would be so cool. Oh, they've got a penguin dinosaur balloon. I also want this at my birthday. Wait, can we break the piñata? Hang on, we have to try this. We can hit the piñata, but it doesn't do anything. Yep, and then we can head back. It's a new pig. Hello. Hello, warm pig. Oink, oink. Oh, look at the little piglet. Oh, that is so cute. Oh, just look at it. Oh, I want to take it home with me. Can we get it in the bowl? I guess it wants to be next to its mummy. It's okay, you stay with your mummy. Oh, they are so cute. There's a big boy over there. That's gonna be fun. Okay, let's fully heal. In we go. Give me your Mercer Sphere, you spitter. There we go. Zap, 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 zap. Let's give you a little bit of a run around. Oi! Ow. Ow. That's not good. That's not good. We got some hits on him. Oh, he is angry. And zap, zap. Yeah, we did it. Whew. And here we have a Mercer sphere. In fact, let's just do this one row at a time, I think would be easier. So we just... yeah, we just... That's definitely what I was going to say. Oh my gosh, we have my channel colors in armor. That is so cool. That is... I love that so much. Orange and purple, they're my channel colors. Oh, that is so exciting. And yeah, copper armor may have just become my favorite thing aesthetically to wear with the trims. That is so cool. I love that, guys. That's amazing. Right, so let's head back down onto this path and we'll see what else wants to have a fight with us. I'm feeling quite confident, in all honesty, now that we've got this rifle. Like, as long as we don't get something massive, then we should be good. Right? Right? Right. Right, what's over here? Ah, two little things. Oh. Maybe we can't even tackle the little things. Don't quite know what temperature it is in the UK today. Let's have a look. It's 18, and inside, what is it? 23. So, with the added pressure of, and that's in Celsius for any of you strange Fahrenheit people. Oh, there we go. Hope you all had a good break. And let's jump straight back into it. I have got some iced juice now here, iced Vimto. We will see how long the ice lasts because, yeah, 27 in my office right now. So that's fun. Okay, so this has all been producing copper sheets, which is perfect. That's what we want to see. And it's going to be producing, how many is this? We do need to underclock one. So let's set this one to actually 70%. So we are producing 57 copper sheets per minute. Let's merge them all together. Have the mergers going that way. And it was 10 per minute, so we can get away with Mark 1. And did I say it totals to 57? Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 57. So that can also just be a Mark 1. It's going to be a nearly full Mark 1. Yeah, I hate it when the belts do that. Okay. And then this is going to head into here. Slowly. Okay, so we've got copper sheets going in. Let's do cables now. And we need 12.4 constructors, so that means 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We didn't actually need that one. Okay, concreting. Let's see how many we can fit here. If we went right up to the edge, which would be there, actually we're going to need it to have a little bit more room. Yeah. Let's get a constructor to maybe there. And we're going to want to set this to cable and 100%. Just for the purpose of copying it. And we needed 13 of these. So we've already built one, so we just need 12 more. Let's see how many we can get in a row. I really just need I really need to use blueprints more. I keep saying this every time that we're building a lot of something. Okay. So then, what I'm wondering is if we can do something where we have some going here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have mergers in the middle taking it here. The only question is how do we split it? So let's put the splitters in first. We're going to want to have maybe about here. And one there. Going this way. And then going in the opposite direction to here. And then if we have it kind of loop around the outside to there. Okay, and this one just needs to be set to 40%. Okay, so mark 1 into that one. What is it into this one? 60 wire per minute. Okay, no, this is wire. So I might have made a mistake here because we're going to need 6 to turn it from wire into cable. Damn. Okay, let's set it to just 100% for the purpose of copying and pasting. Oh, I thought I was being smart. Copy. Copy. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to copy, I want to paste. Let's run with this, and then maybe we could put the cable above? I don't know. Wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 6.2 on the... for the cable ones. So we can do it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if we just expand out... yeah, we'll need to... If we rotate this, can it come into there? Oh, maybe, actually. I know this is weird. Must be hard to watch, guys. I do apologise for that. Just me constantly changing my mind on things. If we could maybe get this to here, and then be going in, then I can have wire in a big road there, and all of these could be rotated, and then cable could be going into here. Okay, so if we started here, rotate it like that, and go, yeah, this is going to be cable. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to be our cables coming in, and then we just need wire to be going here. How many wire did we need? We needed 12.4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We went 8 there, and then went out just a little bit here. And went 1, 2. Oh, no, I don't like that. So 2, and then we skip a bit. And make sure that they all line up. Yep, there. How we decorate this, I have no idea. Okay. It all must look a bit weird for now, but let's get Mark 3 going across here. It's really hard to explain my decision making with this, because it's like, oh no, this, oh let's do that, no, that won't work, let's do this. And each one is going to be for wire. 15 per minute. Copy, and we need to paste all of these because they're all cables. No, let's not copy that. Let's put wire. Now let's copy and paste, and paste, and paste. Connect them all up. And then connect it under. connect it into there. And then Mark 1's into these sides. Okay, so that's going to be how our wire is being produced. Then we're going to need to merge it into this splitter line. So let's go here is going to be our output, and they're all going to point into this one. There we go. So all of those ones are going to head down there. And these ones are going to head in this direction. And they're all going to connect into the same manifold. How much are we reproducing? Let's have it as that one as the 40% one. So these are producing 30, so that can be Mark 1s, and this is totaling to 372 wire, so that's going to be a Mark 4. And all of this wire is going specifically to make cables. Which is very bizarre for me, because I haven't so far done a factory that is specifically for making making other materials. I've always taken the outputs of the factories. Like at this point I'd normally be taking the wire. So that's all we're going to connect in. And then we need to have them being split coming from that direction. So that's just going to connect into all of these. And 60 per minute. That's exactly a Mark 1. Oh, hello, that last one's not lined up nicely. Well, that's rude. Line yourself up better. Mark 1. Okay, then we need to power all of these. And get some power underneath. That there. And I'll just connect that into that one. So these are now all producing cables which are all going to merge down this way. I can't imagine playing without the dimensional depot. It just makes things so much easier. Like, you've always just got the things that you need in there. And what rate are we producing here? I don't actually have that noted down. So, which one do we set? Let's set this one as the one that's at 20%. So it's going to be 30 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 30 times 6 is 180 plus 6, 186. So that can be a Mark 3. A bit weird, but I will take it. And then you're going to want Mark 1s, is that right, coming out? Yeah, 30 per minute. Okay, there's all the cable coming out. And that is a copper factory done. So now we can set up another train. We need to signal this. That penguin dinosaur is still there. Oh, why are you so stuck? Maybe if I run away and get it to despawn? Maybe? How far do we have to run away to get it to despawn? Ah, yes, there's a beehive in my track there. Come on, I can still see you. There we go, he's despawned. Perfect. Ah! There's a train! There is a train right there! It's a train! Don't run on train tracks. It's not safe. Okay? Okay, right. While you're distracted, let's connect this up. I thought, oh, I'm just gonna look back and see, and then like I think I heard it before I saw it, so yeah, that's fun. Right, let's signal all of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We will put a path signal, a block signal rather, right there. 1, 2, 3. What is... Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll put a block signal around there. And then... let's put one here. Got that heading into there, which is good. And cable heading in there. So let's make another train. And we're going to want to have 3 carriages on this, although the middle one is never going to be used. And we're going to call this Copper East Coast. And edit the timetable from Copper East Coast to assembling copper and wire input. Then we're going to have it load copper sheets and load cable. And then here we're going to have it unload copper sheets and unload cable. Save. And oh, the ice is mostly melted by now, guys. Let's turn on self-driving and see if this all works. Picking them up. Cool. I do feel bad for that middle carriage. Or car, I think it's the freight car. Yeah, I feel bad for that middle freight car, because that's never going to do anything. Okay, off we go. So, this should head right. It's always the last second. Yep, there we go. And then straight on. Yep. And it should skip that whole section for the quick wire. Yep. Go straight into here. Into the third one. There we go. Unloads both of them. Cool. And hopefully this lines up. It'll be hard to tell if there's nothing in these. No, nothing in that one. Nothing in that one because our other copper factory hasn't got that going yet. And then this should head back. Oh, look at all the trains coming in through. Like that one was waiting for us to clear the path and things. So, oh, it's so satisfying to see them all. I love it. I love it so much. And then this one goes back and we'll load in some more. Cool. Okay, what time are we on? We're on 8:15 now. Still need to have my dinner. This is tricky because I've got a task that's like 10-15 minutes. But I do need to have dinner at some point. I think we do the steel, get the steel going. It should be relatively simple, and then I'll just hop into this one for now. Yeah, then we'll call it a day there, guys. Okay, so we want to get off at this junction here, because we've already got the signal train station there. We might as well set up the train between them. Get off here. And we're going to have to manually drive. Okay, so I don't know if you guys will have seen this yet, but I have set up this track that goes all the way along the beach and over to our steel factory. It is by far going to be our longest journey that I've planned for so far. And yeah, eventually this power system won't be there, because we'll be transferring all of the power through the trains. But yeah, it goes along the coast, along this beach here. I've tried to kind of make it touch the beach as much as possible, but obviously in some places it has to kind of bend a bit. There is our plastic and oil and ammo factory, which will all be redone soon. And I've set up a little train line just around the corner there. But then you see that this bit just goes a little bit out into the beach. And then it comes back in a bit. And then it goes back out around this landmass here. Around where we've got Loganberry up there, which we haven't actually said hi to in quite a while. So let's leave our train here. And head up. Where are you, Loganberry? There. That's why I've marked all of our lizard doggos on the map. Hello, it's been a while, and you've got heavy modular frames. Hello, yeah, hello. Hey, y'all. Good. What was your name? Loganberry. And you've got, high-speed connectors. Damn, you are a good doggo, aren't you? Yeah, you are. You're getting all of the stuff we need, aren't you? Okay. Oh, you're not a lizard doggo. You're an angry doggo. You're an angry hoggo. Haha, see what I did there. Yeah, I'll just ignore you. Don't be mean to Loganberry, okay? If I find out you've done anything to Loganberry, I will come back and I will whack you with my Xenobasher, okay? We should probably bring Loganberry back, actually. And, right, let's get into this train again. Accelerate a lot. And then we head around that little bit there. We head up this bit. And this is my favourite section where you go in the trees. It look at where the canopy is and things, and look how cool this section is right here, where we're just going right between the trees, and it all just looks so cool. Like you've got that track just like straight through the middle, and then we have a T-junction there because I'm planning that eventually we'll need more railway going that way. I have no idea what is going to be that way, but that kind of leads to the rest of the map a lot. So that comes down here. And then we've got our steel factory that the ray flies through, and all of the trucks and things lead into. Okay, and then we're going to need to brake. And this is going to be where our train station goes. So I think I've measured this correctly. But let's see. Okay, so oh, that's a train station, that's why I was confused. Freight platform. This is going to be, we're going to rename this to our steel factory. And then we need to bring in our industrial storage to there. And where's the next one? It's on the other side. So let's have it pointing in the same direction, because that's how I like it. And we'll want to connect this up with Mark IV belt, as is our standard. There we go. Okay, and we currently have these coming down. Right, so this is going over to our Phase 2 factory, which produced all of the parts needed for Phase 2, but that's eventually going to be torn down. What I'm wondering is these steel beams are being used for making encased steel beams. And yeah, this was obviously before we had trains and things, so this is what we used to have to do when we just belted everywhere. So the versatile framework is just being sent to a sink, as is the other stuff. So the only thing I'm really worried about is how much encased beams we have over here. There's obviously the dimensional depot, that's full. Okay, I think it should be safe to connect, because the first thing we're going to be building in our assembling factory is encased steel beams. So I think we can disconnect this. I'll demolish it another time, and we can just take our 2 outputs of steel and bring them into there. If we can do it nicely, I will. So I'll just dismantle from there. There we go, that factory is now officially cut off, which scares me a little bit. Okay. Maybe we just bring it along like that. And okay. What is this? This is Mark II. So let's bring that down to there. And this one is also Mark II. So I wonder, could we bring it something like that? And then this one's going to be easy. And then this one goes on top. We could bring it around the side, but there's that island there. So let's go to number 4. And yeah, I think that could work. And then we put another one there. And just to there, and then it can come down. So Mark II going to there, Mark II there, and then it just goes into that one. Does take a while to arrive, but once it's arriving, it will be a constant stream. We'll say hi to our lizard doggos over here as well, because they don't... lizard doggo. Cranberry. And they have a nuke. Of course you do. What is it with you and getting nukes? Honestly, I'm going to put that in there for safekeeping. Can I put some of them in? Some of that. Some of that. We'll see what I can do just to clear up my inventory a bit. I swear that doggo is always just getting nukes. Okay, so now there's some in each of these. Let's go to number 10. And let's just put it here, facing in that direction with 2 freight cars. One there. And one there. So this is going to be our steel train. You can't steal from this train. And then we've got steel factory. And it's going to be going to assembling steel input. It's going to load steel beam and steel pipe. And it's going to unload steel beam and steel pipe. Okay, let's see if this works. It should just go straight here. Yep, next station is the steel factory. Good. That's all loading like that. Perfect. And now we get to see it automated. See how long this will take as well. That's going to be interesting, because if by the time it gets back, we're not going to watch that today because I've got to go very soon. But if by the time it gets back the station is completely full, then we will probably need to have like 2 of these trains constantly going back and forth. I genuinely don't know how close that's going to be. Heading through my favourite bit, the canopy. And then we've got, it'll speed up as it goes down, which will be fun to see. It's about to start going down now. Let's see what speed we can reach. Passing 130. About 140. 148 before the corner. That's cool. I do like to see them go super fast. Going under all these like rocks and things, under this archway. You would not believe the amount of time that I spent. Oh, there's a signal in a rock there. Yeah, that's cool. Kind of trying out different variations of this path before I finally settled with this one. Look at all the trains up there at like everything going on. Oh, that's so fun. And then this is going to turn right here. There we go, perfect. And it should go to the steel factory, the steel input, which is on the same line as the copper one. And it should stop at the back end of this platform. Yep, and it unloads. Perfect. Okay, and I'm going to assume that it makes its way back, but I'm going to be ending things here. Let's see if I can get a nice view of like all of the trains and things to end on. Okay, so I am going to be ending here. For some reason my ending screen doesn't have the game on it. Okay, I'll have to fix that. But yeah, we are going to be ending it here. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all the support. If you are watching on YouTube, please be sure to like the stream. And if you really liked it, you can make sure to subscribe. Let's do that so you guys can see the trains. And if you're watching on Twitch, I'm not sure when I will next be live, but so the best way to know is to follow me. I post on Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky. I Instagram and TikTok, and also YouTube Shorts. I have vertical videos going out all the time. They're clips from the streams and things. The VOD is available immediately on YouTube as well, so you can check that out there. Yeah, you can also find me on Blue Sky, on Discord, on Threads, I think. All the social media, just search Clevprof and I'm on there. If you are watching on YouTube at this time, I would recommend you head over to Twitch so you can join the raid and spread the love. But of course, feel no pressure to do so. So, excuse me. Yeah, that is about it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stick around on Twitch, and yeah.